Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk about performance-based share option plan. So the number of shares or the number of options that the employee will get depends on how they achieve certain performance. Okay, the company is the same company as before with the fixed share option plan, but this time, okay, the performance evaluation is based on this. If the market share has increased at least 5%, each employee will get 100 share options. If the market has increased by at least 10% and up, another 100 share options or 200 share options. And above 20% share increase, each employee will get 300 share option. Okay, so above 5%, above 10%, and above 20%. They will get different numbers of share options. Okay, Fox estimates that market share will increase between 10% and 20%. On the grant date, estimates forfeiture rate will be 8%, but changes to 12% at the end of year 2. At the end of year 3, the company determines that its market share has increased over the 3-year period by more than 20%. So that's the best situation possible, that each employee will get 300 shares. But it does change from year to year depending on the performance. In addition, at the end of year 3, 25 employees vest in 7,500 share options. So that's the actual final result of the compensation. Okay, so numbers of employees offered is 30 employees, and the number of shares per employee or executive is 300 for a total of 9,000 shares, if you remember in the previous video. The option value is $18. Numbers of executive vest is 30 executives, but at the end, they end up with only 25. The service period is 3 years. Okay, so we have 3 years here that we have to recognize compensation expense. So let's take a look at the performance here. The company estimates that the market share will increase between 10% and 20%. So between 10% to 20% in year 1, 10% to 20% in year 2, but at the end of year 3, okay, it goes up to above 20%. Let's call it above 20%. Okay, so if it's between 10% and 20%, each employee will get 200 share options. Year 2, the same thing, 200. But because at the end of year 3, they can achieve above 20%, they will get 300 share option each. Okay, originally 30 employees will receive. In year 2, also 30 employees, but at the end, only 25 actually will get the options. So total options originally was 6,000 shares. Oops, did I do? Okay, should be 200 times 30, 6,000. But at the end, the quantity goes up, 300 share options per person, but there are only 25 employees. Okay, estimated forfeited rate Originally, it was 8%, but then changes to 12%. So 8% forfeited rate at the beginning, but then at year 2, changes to 12%. Of course, the end of year 3 is going to be the actual. Okay, so this is going to be vested. So 1 minus 8% times 6,000, 5,520 vested. 1 minus 12% times 6,000, 5,280 vested, but the actual at the end, the vested number is 7,500. The fair value is 18. And then the estimated actual cost is going to be at first 99,360. At the end of year 2, change to 95,040. And at the end of year 3, based on the actual, is $135,000. So because performance went up, the expected compensation cost also went up. Now we have to use straight line to allocate this by each year. So 1/3, 1 year out of 3 is for the first year. 0 has been included. So we have 33,120 minus 0. So for year 1, up to the end of year 1 is 33,001. Okay, year 2, this is 2 years out of 3, but now the base is different. So we have to multiply 2/3 of that. Should be recognized up to the end of year 2, 63,360. But we have already done it for year 1, 33,120. So just for year 2 is 30,240. And then at the end of year 3, the total cost, compensation cost went up to 135,000. This is 3 divided by 3. So all of it is the actual, but we already recognize 63,360 for year 1 and year 2. So just for year 3, to make it 135,000, we have 71,640. So those are the compensation expense from year to year. Okay, so we will put, because all the numbers are different, we are going to prepare 3 different journal entry. Compensation expense for the first one is 33,120. Can call it paid in capital from share option. 33,120. And the second one, year 2, the same accounts, compensation expense, but the amount is different, 30 to 40. Paid in capital from share option, 30 to 40. And finally, year 3 is, I put the number first, 71,640. The same compensation expense, paid in capital from share option. On credit for 71,640. So those are the three journal entry for 3 different years. Okay, when we have to recognize the compensation expense. Now, let's say there is an exercise of the 7,500 options. So all of those, 7,500 is the total, are exercise, and the exercise price is $50. Okay, so we are going to put here all 7,500. Exercise price is $50, and the par value, I believe it was, I think it was $10. Yeah, here. Yeah, $10 per common stock. So we have that information now. $10. Okay, so now we can prepare the journal entry for the exercise. The company is going to get cash, which is 7,500 times 10. Sorry, times 50, which is the exercise price. And then because those share options are gone, so that amount will be gone, that amount will be gone, that amount will be gone. The total was 135,000 here. So that's what we put on debit. Okay, we take it out of the balance sheet in capital from share options. So this is gone. 135,000. Okay. And with the exercise, we will issue common stock. $10. 7,500 shares times $10, because one option can be used to purchase one share. So if we have 7,500 options, we can get 7,500 share, and each share is $10 per value. So that's $75,000. And the difference will go to paid in capital from common stock to be reported on the equity section of the balance sheet. Okay, so 375 plus 135 minus 75,000 paid in capital from common stock is 430,000. So that's how we prepare the journal entries and the calculation for the performance-based share option plan. And you see that depending on the performance, the number of share options available for each employee is different. Thank you for watching.